This is the absolute meta SMG right now in Call of Duty, the C9, and somehow I just made it better. So today we are going to be using a special attachment that we don't really use that basically makes this thing kill so fast. Usually you don't want to use it, but there's a couple new attachments in the game now. If you throw those ones on this new one, you can make a very game-breaking build that works very good in Warzone and multiplayer. And with it, we got a crazy tactical nuke. Ladies and gents, when I got the TTKs of all the SMGs in the game, a lot of you have already seen this, but I just want to explain something very quick. So up close, up to about 13 meters, the C9 is going to be killing faster than that PPSH. The only time the PPSH is going to be better is after about 16.5 meters. You guys can see it absolutely shreds every other SMG, given the Jackal is also tied at long range, and that's why you see the Jackal being used a lot. The thing that sucks about the PPSH is that the mobility isn't that good, and so a gun can have a very fast TTK, but if it takes a long time to ADS, it's going to make the TTK feel a lot longer rather than if the gun snaps onto the enemy and kills relatively fast, because you typically don't fire the gun until your ADS. Now the C9 is going to feel like it's going to feel a lot lighter than the PPSH, and it kills faster, so that's why it's widely used up close. And then the KSV and the compact are good, but then they have a crazy fall off to where they like give the enemy's health after like 13 meters. And so the C9 is a lot more consistent. Jackal's also pretty good, but the C9, it already has a very good TTK, but now we're going to make it even better. So if you do miss any shots, it's really not going to matter at all, and you're just going to be deleting all the enemies. Today's tactical nuke was so simple, and this build works very well in Warzone when you add the rapid fire. Now typically you never want to add the rapid fire, but I'll show you guys why you can kind of use it on the C9 again. This is going to be bringing down that recoil control. This gun doesn't really have any vertical recoil, so that vertical loss isn't going to matter, but you are going to notice how the iron sights shake a lot more, and there's going to be a lot more side-to-side bounce. Plus the bullet velocity is absolutely horrendous now, and so it doesn't seem like a good trade-off to kill the enemy 6% faster, but then losing all of this. But now in this game, we have the monolithic suppressor. This is going to increase that damage range as well as the bullet velocity, plus keep us off the radar, and so now it's going to be a lot easier to build up the streaks. If you're on Warzone, you can get the squad wipes a little bit easier. And if we look at the new bullet velocity, it's going to be about 600 meters per second. Typically, you don't really need past 500. And Warzone, obviously, you do want to maximize that because your gunfights can be a lot longer distances. But our effective damage range is also very good. And we're doing 33 damage to the head. And so it is going to be a 4-shot kill, and the headshots really don't matter. So just literally aim for center mass and just try to hit all those shots on the enemy. One big downside of the monolithic is the ADS speed. Do you want everything in Call of Duty without having to play the game? Then you should check out my long-term sponsor, Guapsi. Guapsi is a team of real players that will load onto your account to legitimately grind anything that you wish. And this goes for all the recent Call of Duties and many other games. They will even get you iridescent so you can flex all the cool rewards. Seriously, there's no risk involved because they don't use an unlocked tool. They legitimately play in your account, and I've been with them for a long time and haven't seen a single negative review. And so if you want to save your time and energy, check out guapsi.com. So to bring up the ADS speed, we are going to be going over to the rear grip, and we are going to be using the quick draw grip, which is kind of a downside of the rapid fire build, is that your slide to fire speed isn't going to be that fast, but at least your ADS speed is going to feel pretty snappy. You still can do the ergonomic, but if I show you guys the ADS speed, it just feels a little bit slow, and there's a lot of other people using, a C9 without the monolithic suppressor, so you might be losing those close range gunfights even though you have a faster killing weapon. Now, if we add the quick draw grip, which is just going to increase ADS speed only, but it maximizes your ADS speed, it's going to be not super snappy, but it's going to be snappy enough to where you should be perfectly fine. And if you guys do want to build without rapid fire, I'll give you guys another build, but just please try this thing out. It's kind of crazy. The only thing is that like that side-to-side bounce is so annoying. You're going to be missing shots, so it's going to feel like it takes a long time to kill. So we're going to be going over to the underbarrel. We are going to be adding the vertical foregrip, giving us about 35% increase for that horizontal recoil control and 2% for that recoil gun kick. Usually, or some of the time, we would go over to the fire mods and add the recoil springs. So just in general, this build is going to have a lot more recoil. It's going to be a little bit tougher to use, but if you get warmed up with it, you should be perfectly fine. You guys can see I can beam someone at 25 meters, and you just have to hit that first shot on the enemy. For the last attachment, we are going to be adding a magazine, but if you are playing Warzone, take off the monolithic suppressor, go over to the barrel and add the reinforced barrel. If you want to use an 8 attachment build, that's when the rapid fire builds are extra good, and I always recommend 8 attachments if you have rapid fire on your build, just to make it that much better. Now the magazine, we definitely do need this just because we do have rapid fire now, so we are going to be blowing through the ammo, so definitely going to be very helpful if we have that extended mag on the gun. And so if you guys do want a screenshot, take a screenshot of this class. This is going to be a very good one if you want to be off the radar, but if you want a statistically better one, add the reinforced barrel. just because the reinforced barrel is going to give us more damage range, more bull velocity without having any cons at all, which the monolithic is going to lower the ADS speed. But I like to use the gunfighter build and combine everything by using, you know, the reinforced with that. So now our effective damage range is going to be 17.4 meters. The bull velocity is literally 772 meters per second, allowing us to easily use the gun at long range. This thing is so unbelievably fun to use. For the next attachment, going to be going over to the stock and adding the infiltrator stock. You're going to be able to strafe very fast. The enemies aren't going to really be able to hit you, and then you're going to have that crazy long damage range. You know, you could even add the long barrel, but I like the reinforced barrel. I feel like the hit registration on this game isn't that good, and when I have this long barrel, it's like I challenge people across the map, but it just feels like hit scan, and it's just so unbelievably satisfying. And then lastly, I'm going to be adding the Kepler microflex. I know it looks criminal to have an optic, a reticle on a SMG, but because this thing has a little bit more recoil, and now we can use it up to like 40 meters, 35 meters, the sight definitely helps. And you'll see in the gameplay, like with the sight, it was a lot easier to use the gun. Hopefully this wasn't too confusing. There's the class, and this is more so an 8 attachment build. It's just I get comments of people asking for the 5 attachments, so might as well give you guys a 5 attachment. It's just a little bit different if you're playing Warzone or multiplayer, and it kind of depends on the map. Like if you're on Stakeout, we don't need a reinforce. You're gonna do better with the long barrel. But if you're on like Nuketown or any other map, then you probably want the reinforced barrel. With all that yapping out of the way, get into the gameplay. Bro, the rapid fire C9 is incredible. This thing is absolutely insane. Like it just rips them. But you have to have the monolithic suppressor on here. Like you're gonna be seeing a lot of people use this. Wait. Okay, I don't trust any of my teammates. I have so much PTSD from my teammates just being teammates. Okay, so there's like 3 of them off spawn. They should be running through here. I don't think they're gonna go upstairs. Okay. Am I seeing things? Or am I the thing I'm seeing? Bro, see? Okay, all they had to do to make this game fun again was add like new attachments, like the monolithic suppress. Buddy, you should not be looking back over here. Now, there's genuinely no reason for you to look back over here. But like I was saying, like one thing for me anyways in this game with pubs that got a little bit boring is that there's nothing to like really mix it up. Like one thing I loved about Modern Warfare 3 was that we could really mix up the classes and just do like a lot of different fun builds, so it wasn't just so generic and boring. And so now we have the monolithic suppressor, making it so now we have some more builds that we can do. I think that's pretty exciting. I don't mind rocking like the same boring builds and stuff like that if it's like ranked play, but for public matches, I feel like we should have a lot of customization. So much customization. It doesn't mean all the attachments have to hurt the weapon and it's hard to build a build. I just want some unique attachments to mix things up, which I have spoke on this like a bunch. And that's one reason why I don't really upload on this channel as much, and I've been focusing on my other channel, is that there's just, you can't really do much in this game with the builds. Although with the monolithic though, I should honestly be pumping out a couple more, so I think we're gonna be a little bit more consistent on this channel again, because I'm having a good time right now. It was just before I was like, brother, I'm using the same thing all the time. Oh wait, Shell, you're shooting my body. Oh Shell, you are fucked up. You are fucked up. I don't like them at all. I don't like him at all. He actually hunted me down. I feel like I gotta raise my sense or something. Like I feel like my sense got lowered. Like at close range, I can't. Like my tracking has gone down so much. Stop! You should be chasing. Yeah, fuck you, ho. Oh, oh, boom, bada beam, bada boom. No, don't do that ever again. Bro, the sight too, because this thing, like, it feels like there is a decent amount of like recoil to where you do miss a couple shots, and like maybe you would hit the shots if you didn't have the rapid fire. So that's like when rapid fire can actually make your gun feel like it kills slower. Shell, is this you again? Shell, what are you doing? Mr. Shell. Bro, if we get the Babylon playlist too, that would be perfect. Gonna miss every single shot just to toy with him. Give Shell some confidence, and then he gets slammed by a teammate. And then 2 is just, I don't know what the hell you are doing, buddy. Honestly, I should probably just stay at like a heady with this thing, because a lot of these guys don't have the best aim. They're just kind of getting like a nice angle on me, Or they got 15 stuns. They got everything. I want to push up. We saw. Okay, okay. So the teammates are trying to get the right side for the map control. This guy's pushing back into spawn. The double kill, bro. This thing fries. Absolutely insane. There we go. And now we just let the enemies push us. Like, I would take out the map space, but there's no point for us to really do that. So I just got to keep them out of the spawn so then they can't flank us. They actually are going to be able to take the hard point, so I'm going to go down here. You just got to hit them from different angles. Call of Duty is literally just a game about like predictions. Just don't be predictable with what you do on the game. Gonna make sure we check all the corners. See what I'm saying? Bro, if I didn't check it, bro, who's just fucking sliding in? We're on that 17. Let's go on the harp. Now we know where the enemies are. We know what they're thinking, what they're doing. Gotta make sure we don't over peek. Teammates, get the hell out of the house. Okay, now I need you guys to be on the hard point for me. Bro, you see that sniper? Teammate, okay, you're going back up top to go die.
Hard point located.
See, the second I stop pushing up, the enemies are going to get a little bit of map control, which is not good at all. If you start playing too slow, you're going to miss on the opportunities. It's going to take too long to get the nuke. And then the enemies just like, you just die from like a random archangel across the map. On that 23. Shell getting that confidence, so we rip it away. I see he has a sniper. There we go. Okay, they are spawning behind us. I'm gonna try to... I see them spawning on top right, so I'm gonna try to push over here. Did not mean to pop that at all. Hell, now the enemies are trying to take this role. And now we can probably just sit and wait. That's why we love the blast traps. And that's how you get a nuke. A little one-on-one on how to get a little C9 nuke. Let's go, boys. Leave a like for that and subscribe. Actually, check out the second channel. CS 2.0. We're doing some big things over there. And if you ever want to see me play live, I don't really play pubs live anymore, but I might honestly start doing little 2-hour live streams every day on the YouTube again, where I just like not even going live on Twitch, just going on YouTube on this channel where I just play pubs for a little bit just to get my gameplay. You see, they got a literally attack helicopter. See how the enemies are getting map control and then I'm just dying. And then I'm missing every single shot against a guy named Hooge, Prestige 1. We might honestly be able to get a double nuke. This would actually make it super exciting. A little double nuke in here. But now I don't even have to play for the win because we automatically won the game. Next Call of Duty. I am a little bit worried for it because it's going to be Black Ops 7. Which like the Treyarch games, I used to like them. But this one's good. I'm just scared they're going to make everything like kind of bland again. You know, like just not too exciting. One thing that they did do in very well in this game is like actually add the rapid fire, which was cool. Because like I don't think last Call of Duty we really had a rapid fire, so I like that we have that. I just want everything to not feel generic, and I want things to feel very unique. That's the biggest thing. Because pubs is a very repetitive thing. Like you go for the camel grind, but then after the camel grind, what do? Nothing. So you got to add things to like keep it exciting. You got to give us camels, like more camels to grind throughout the year, or a monthly camel to grind. Like you got to give us more of a reason to actually play the game rather than just have the game be there itself. These companies make a lot of money to where I don't think they care enough to actually do that. Okay, the game's actually going to end soon. If I stay on the hard points, keep on holding it. It's calling the harp. Bro, teammates, get your ass on the hard points. Could have had a double nuke maybe right there. I was just trying to get in the... Maybe I should have done the war machine, take up map control again, and then do the harp. I still could get it here. Imagine. Be a full nuke of just being on the objective. Okay, I didn't even mean to crouch like that. Okay, we're just gonna call this in. There we go, boys. Nice little nuke. 105 kills. Let's go. Too simple. Too simple. Double rainbow. Almost a double nuke. We got that nice nebula. Shout out to Guapsi for grinding that for me. Great people over there. Got my cables around my legs. My umbilical cord. Oh, it really is around my leg. Oh my god. Get nuked, hoes. Slam.